This is the Negro Ninja. And today I just want to talk more about how just because a woman may find you sexually attractive, that does not mean that you're guaranteed sex. All right. When a man finds a woman sexually attractive, she is guaranteed sex when it comes time to do so. Okay. But a woman will renege at the last possible minute. See, they like to wait until the tension is almost at the climax. Can you picture watching a movie? They say a good movie, build up, climax, resolution. Can you just picture build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, resolution? You ain't getting none. Okay, you ain't getting none. Matter of fact, the line will go up right here because the climax is the actual climax. Almost there. Almost, almost. I don't want to do it. No, I can't. I'm married. Hold on. Why you wait this long to tell me you married? Why you wait this? Not and then all of a sudden she got a nigga and she loyal. Like, but why were you acting like you was loyal before all this type of stuff happened? They scared of the penis. Okay. Now we already know what time it is. We know how a woman's body is designed to take dick. Okay. And going to one of my old points. Okay. Women know that once they have sex with you, then they're gonna have a higher opinion. So women that are complete bitches of you are highly attracted usually. Highly attractive. Women show their like with stupidity. When a man like a chick, he's very nice to her, very kind and warm. While a chick, you can never tell. They just and you got to take into account of every type of variable. So basically, you have to take this with a grain of salt. Like it's context sensitive. I can talk for a long time about other ways that a woman might show you. They can do it in a sneaky way. They can do it in a bitchy way. They can do it in a nonchalant way. You can just it's a lot to talk about, but I'm focusing on this point. All right. I can't tell y'all how many times I have had women burning like a seraphim, like just heated up. These they be like the female version of the Human Torch. That's how hot I will have these hoes, bro. All right. And they can ultimately resist you. They can resist me extremely easily just because they are that attracted. And there's a reason for this. And I'm going to talk more about the psychology, you know, later on. I'm going to read y'all an article that proves what I said because this is a female that wrote the article proving everything I said in my previous videos. Okay. When a man finds a woman attractive, he will have sex with her. The only thing that will keep him from having sex with this woman is if she has a visible STD scar or a bump or whatever. If it smells bad, if it's on her period, and then you can take a lot of dudes won't even care with that. So it takes a lot for a dude not to want to have sex with a chick if he finds her attractive. The only thing that'll realistically keep him away is distance. Oh, y'all met on Facebook. She live in this other state. I mean country. That's the only thing that'll keep the dude away. While a chick can be in here right now in the same bed, they ain't there naked or naked and just decide not to do so. They will do that type of stuff. Chicks are weird. Um, who I'm telling you, only chicks that do some weird stuff like that. They'll sleep in a bed with the opposite sex. That's not a relative and expect for funny stuff not to go on. Okay, well, freaky stuff not to go on because to her it's funny because you shouldn't be doing that. No, we're just friends. So what? I let you see my titties. I'm just comfortable enough to change around you. They'll try you like that. Just to build up that anticipation. That's what me and Gigi was talking about with the anticipation part earlier. He said, I think Tinder is hiring people to keep you enticed. Anyway, yeah, it's almost as if a woman flat out hates you for having that type of sexual power over her. So she just simply decides not to have sex with you. Okay. And that's what I try to tell people. You look, a man can be lame as shit. Okay. But she wouldn't, if she decides to smash with that nigga, then she's gonna do so because she feels she has control. Now people talk about lame dudes not getting laid. That's a lie. That is a complete lie. Okay. A lot of dudes that they tell you to be like are very lame. Remember my video called "Don't Let Them Corrupt You with That Pookie and Ray Ray Formula"? Okay, don't let they be like Chad, be like Pookie and Ray Ray. Why would you want to be a lame just to? I'm telling you, there's people on here just need to put things in perspective. You know, a lot of dudes on here don't really be max, and they just see other dudes and just think they cooler than them, and then they just say that type of stuff. But I'm gonna break it down. This is experience. They will do this, or if they let you hit, they make it hard. You know, it's gonna take a minute. But on that should have happened. You know, and it just make you feel even like this ain't even worth it. You know, like all that's for this. Like how they say the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze. All right, and since we on this type of note, I try to tell women the harder you are, the less desirable you are. Okay, when a woman's supposed to, what they say, I'm not that easy. No, that means you're just not supposed to let everybody hit. Okay, but if you find me attractive and we doing all that, you supposed to let me hit. No questions asked. I deserve the pussy. You know, I look good. I work out. If my body's up to par and you think my body is attractive, but you want to make me jump through like 12 hoops like from Echo to Dolphin, then that is being difficult. That don't make any sense. Difficulty in a bitch is not good. So let me read y'all this article that just proves the point, and I'm gonna maybe ad lib a couple of points through it. Okay, I got a happy ending massage and loved it. That's what she put. This is on Your Tango on Yahoo. All right. This is an article by Alexander. So this is a chick, you know, whose name is Alex. She said, I've always heard of men going to special massage parlors for that happy ending relief at the end, but I had no idea if that was something that ever happened for women. I never judged anyone for going, but hold on, but if I never judged anyone for going, but felt it wouldn't be something I would enjoy until I experienced it for myself. I was at a regular spa, not a special parlor, but your garden variety spa known amongst all the new and popular chains spas that have popped up all over the good old USA, offering monthly spa memberships. I wasn't a member, but I was having severe pain due to a sports injury and needed some relief. At the time, I was also going through a bad breakup. Okay. My ex and I finally ended our long term relationship. And in the last few years, our relationship, the sex was non existent. He never wanted it and he'd shut me out. It was emotionally crushing and killed my self esteem. I wonder if I was still sexy and still lovable. Okay, you already know this chick. This is a real chick here. All right. She said, I had a male masseuse and he was the absolutely right choice for my sore, broken down body. At one point during the massage, as I was face up, my towel slipped, revealing my right breast. Rather than getting embarrassed as I would have expected myself to be, I actually felt a little excited to momentarily flash this masseuse. Now she's talking about a lot of stuff right here. Okay, she's revealing you the teasing nature of bitch. Okay, the teasing nature of the woman is just coming out. You know, so instead of her feeling indecent, she's just thinking of the fact that, oh, okay, he's teased. Okay, and that's what's keeping her head straight at the moment. Okay, okay. Now, once again, this is revealing her bitch comfort zone. Women are comfortable in negativity. Okay, so about flashing. Usually, flashing is only seeing, and you know nothing's going to happen. Anybody could flash, and that can ultimately be seen as disrespectful. So it's a lot going on in this woman's head. Okay, in addition to her thinking of it, just oh, I just get to tease him a little bit. All right, all right. So she said it actually felt a little exciting to momentarily flash this masseuse. So it happened a second time, perhaps, and she put this in quotes, accidentally knocked off by his intentional tough knitting. I laughed and said, I'm so sorry to flash you twice. You see what I'm talking about? Do you not see this? How she just getting off on it. Like I said, she thinking about it as, oh, I just know nothing is gonna happen. It's just a tease. And hold on. Just a tease and all that type of stuff. That's okay. I'm a man. I don't mind. That's what he said. And that's some shit that he probably should not have said. Okay. If she really wanted to be a bitch, she could have took that to another weird level. Okay. Anyway, I noted that I was excited sexually. Yet this man was easily 15 years older than I was and was not even close to my physical type. Shut up, bitch. You know goddamn well that you like that shit anyway. You like that nigga because of that. So that right there is giving me the impression that she finds him sexually attractive. Not even close to my physical type. We know that women don't like niggas with nice bodies. They find them sexually attractive, but they hate it. Trust me. It's a jealousy that women have when a man is beautiful and stuff. But she said it was fun to have that kind of sexual tension in the air again after a few years of sexual drought. Now this bitch clearly is dry and still has the intention of fucking with a man. This is insane. This is insane. Let a nigga be the one being massaged in that situation by a bitch. Okay, whether she look okay or whatever, that will not happen if a nigga haven't got no pussy. Uh-uh. So anyway, she said, plus my body was so relaxed that it was hard not to get excited. When you're in a bad relationship and constantly fighting, the stress gets to you. And here was an hour of peace and relaxation just for me to forget everything. Now, once again, peace and relaxation. And she's not taking advantage of that. So, in this scenario, she is the snake. Eve is the snake in this scenario. Okay, and it proves everything I say in my older videos. Once again, if there is a video you would like for me to put up on the new page, let me know that you remember. Yeah. And make sure y'all actually check the page out if you haven't already. I'm gonna put the link in the description. So anyway, here was an hour of peace and relaxation just for me to forget everything. She didn't forget how to give a nigga blue balls. Okay. I left that night and knew I'd return. Not only was the idea of teasing him again a bit exciting on my see, I told you, didn't I tell you? But my neck and back, which were a mess, felt a million times better. Bitch, you went back just so you can tease this nigga. Don't play with me. That's the only bitch. If you gave a fuck about a massage that much, you would not. You would have been like, okay, I'm just going to a different parlor. You had to go right back to that nigga. Why you got to do a nigga like that? Okay, now in this scenario, this man who she claimed don't even have her body type is still somebody that she's finding irresistible because when he made her feel good. This is why we like sex with women anyway. Um, and a woman that gets you off is very hard to hate. How could you hate a bitch that's willing to make you ejaculate? I don't care if she ugly or not. If she made you nut, your opinion of her is gonna get higher. You just got to think about that. So that's just how we operate. If the opposite sex is just touching us in a certain type of way, we instantly love them, love her. So anyway, the spa receptionist had definitely set me up with the right masseuse. A month later, I went back and requested the same man, except this time when I entered the room, there was familiarity and playfulness. You see, oh my God, see what I'm talking about? As we got into the massage, I noticed him particularly close to the sensitive areas. For example, when he started to massage the back of my thighs, he got particularly far into my buttocks and vaginal area. I was already getting turned on, so by the time he flipped me over to work my front, I was curious. How far would it go this time? See? See, just full of games. That's just like when a chick is attracted, that's the first thing that comes to their mind is games. Games. Like I told people, I'm like, lame niggas will get pussy. Cause she's not, and that's not to say she ain't gonna mess with them type of niggas and but a lame is usually stupid anyway half the time. That once again, there's no reason to break them down. So when you that nigga, you have your stuff together. Usually men that's very ideal, like the main characters and stuff. Notice how on TV when you see a main character, that nigga's always smart, always intelligent, maybe even hilarious. And usually strong. That's why the main characters in the comments, that's how we all desire to be. And this is the type of men we all respect. Okay, that's why they pick them like that. Okay, so what does an antagonist do to those type of men in the show? They try to break them down. Okay, the chick is the antagonist in these scenarios. So anyway, as he massaged, hold on, so let me read this part again. As I was getting turned on, so by the time I was already getting turned on, so by the time he flipped me over to work my front, I was curious. How far would it go this time? As he massaged my upper chest area, he told me, I noticed you're very tight in your chest. Oh, what would help it feel better? Now, I know she asked that shit like a hoe. Well, I could do a breast massage. I wouldn't be fresh, whatever you're comfortable with. That sounds fine. I'm not a prude. Whatever you think would help. Obviously, the two of us had a different plan than just helping my tight chest muscles. He pulled down the sheet and began to rub my breast. Now, she's such a bitch. Like, I'm telling you, man, the bitch. Man, that's a bitch. I'm telling you. That bitch level is over 1 million. This is deep. She came in like Frieza's first form. Okay. Frieza's first form don't look intimidating. It's all short and stuff, more or less look like an effeminate dude in some cases. The Frieza form don't really look, all that menacing. The first form. She took it up to Frieza's level 2 form, okay, with that dialogue. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm going to compare it to that is because when he turned into that form, shit got real. Okay. Now she's becoming a real bitch right here. This is her level 2 Frieza form. Okay. So anyway, that sounds fine. I'm not proved. Whatever you think will help. Obviously, the two of us had a different plan than just helping my tight chest muscles. He pulled down the sheet and began to rub my breast. He didn't touch my nipples, sadly. Such a bitch. See, and she would have got something out of that. See, they do everything they can to get something out of stuff. That's why they will be in here with me and shit, or around me, and then be burning all the way up, and just will not fuck. They'll just make every excuse not to do it. They'll even reveal their gig in order to never fuck. And then, I usually don't see them no more after they say they was married or and stuff like that. But anyway, he didn't touch my nipples, sadly, but just his hands on my breast were enough to give me hold up. But just his hands on my breast were enough to have me continue to pull down the towel until it exposed my belly button and above. Now she just said that she pulled down the towel to expose her belly button and above. I hope you don't mind. I'm getting a little hot. That's okay. I don't mind at all. I'm getting turned on. Oh, she's a bitch. I'm getting a little hot. And, and with that, he moved from behind my head and massaging my breast to standing in front of me, pulling the towel down all the way and working my clitoris. This bitch here, now she turned it up to freezer level 3 with that one. Okay. Now with freezer level 3, in my opinion, he don't look as scary as the second form. But it's just like he got like this unsettling appearance about him. It's like it's weird. But you clearly take notice, like how he just took notice of this bitch and started working her clitoris. He ain't supposed to be doing that shit as no massage therapist. So anyway, she finna turn it up again to freezer level 4. Okay. Afterwards, as the massage ended and it was time for me to get dressed, I started to feel awkward. That female guilt, something a man would never feel, started to hit me. You know why we would never feel it, bitch? Because we don't act like you. Niggas don't walk around, except for criminals. I think a criminal can feel female guilt because y'all are the same. Okay. So anyway, that female guilt, something a man would never feel, started to hit me. Let me go back on this shit right here. All dudes that's full of shit that I know, like when dudes is full of shit and they finna try to do something full of shit, while they playing you ever notice that certain friends or whatever look like they feel guilty about something as they do you wrong, stab you in the back, as they go and whisper, he said this behind your back. As they trying to cause drama. Tell me I'm bullshitting. Like a woman does the same thing. She telegraphs like she knows she's wrong or have done wrong, but they don't stop her from doing it or continuing to do more. Okay. That female guilt, something a man would never feel, started to hit me. What had I just done? Okay, now she's finna transform to Freezer level 4. Now, Freezer's level 4 form, is a very sleek looking form, just like how slick a bitch is. Okay, and he don't look intimidating. He went back more or less to the size, the shortness of his, you know, first form, level 1 form. Okay, and some would even say that Frieza, in many cases, could look adorable in the final form. He looked like a Pokemon. Okay, now he probably thought that this chick, oh, she's so adorable right now. Maybe she's gonna get the courage to work up, and we'll have sex the next time. So she transformed to the fourth form of Frieza. Okay, she's at the highest power level right now, which is gonna make her commit this act. Okay, let's see. Oh, I forgot that Frieza has a golden form now, but I don't like to count that shit. That shit's stupid. It don't make no sense. Anyway, you can say that she reached the golden form Frieza later on. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Hold on. What had I just done? As I thanked him for the massage, he handed me his card for a private at-home massage service. I said I'd call, but as I walked away, I knew I wouldn't. See, what a bitch. And now I really felt like a man minus that guilt. What the hell? And now I really felt like a man minus that guilt. Maybe that was a typo. Okay, I think she. What the hell? I'm trying to make sense. Like women's logic is retarded, bro. But she wrote the article, so she know what the hell she's saying. So I got to read it the way she said it. And now I know. So, like I said, apparently she feeling empowered. That's why I'm telling y'all. When a woman finds you very sexually attractive and they burning like a seraphim, she hates you for having that type of power over her to get her that hot. Who the fuck are you? And especially like if she that hot, you ain't gonna be that hot when you looking at her. You gonna think she's, oh, that's a hot chick. I'ma fuck her. But the reality is she's more into you than you are of her. These bitches seeing me with the abs and pecs and legs and all that type of stuff. Especially when they see legs and stuff, they feel some type of way. They love it, but they feel some type of way. Who do you think you are? Uh. But in the masseuse's case, she just said that he didn't have a nice body, but he still got her horny though. See what type of power he had over her. And this is the part she's leaving out, at least indirectly. And now I really felt like a man minus that guilt. Why would she feel like a man after that? So anyway, I waited a year to return to that spa and made sure to never request him again, despite the excitement. Now this is deep. Despite the excitement. Now this kind of remind me of my exes. I never, they never say nothing. There was only one that probably say something. She spy on me on Instagram from time to time, but she got a nigga now, and she kind of toned it down as far as I'm concerned. Like she don't like stuff no more. But who's to say she's not lurking? I think she married at this point. So she's still cheating if she still got me in her head. Like bitches are stupid. Okay, now you can say that she reached Frieza's golden form with this right here because of the glow. Okay, after the glow of her orgasm. Now she got a nut and she just let that nigga sit there with blue balls. It's just dirty. And she already came on multiple levels the first time. Okay. She was excited to go back. I try to tell you niggas, okay, that women have sex, they can get off in millions of ways that a lot of people don't know. And since we on this topic, since ain't nobody trying to give me credit, nobody was talking about this shit until I got on YouTube talking this type of shit. And if they did say something about it, they didn't go nowhere near as deep as I do. Then you got motherfuckers trying to hinder me and shit. That's the shit I'm talking about. You be great, but you don't get to reap in your fucking rewards and shit. That pissed me off. Um, anyway, so let me read this paragraph again. I waited to return to that spot and made sure to never request him again, despite the excitement. And she just a crook, bro. Bitches are crook. That's why they can disappear so easily. They very good at vanishing. Them hoes put Batman to shame at vanishing. These hoes are on the level of Nightcrawler, bro. They are on the level of Nightcrawler. You can look dead at them. Where the fuck this bitch go? Just a puff of perfume. Okay, maybe even a stitch. Some hoes are rude with how they disappear. Probably, and then disappear. She disappeared on him, and from his perspective, in a nice way. But it was ultimately a real bitchy way. So, that orgasm regret stuck with me. Okay, let me read this again. I waited a year to return, and that's why I made sure to never request him again, despite the excitement. That after orgasm regret stuck with me. Besides, what if this was something he did with many women? How would I know? What the fuck does it matter? What the fuck does it matter? That's the shit. This little stupid shit. Women have to lie to themselves about. Like that wasn't necessarily quite a regular lie, but just some stupid shit they tell them to get themselves to get through the day. Would you give a fuck how many men a woman jacked off if you want her to jack your penis? She probably jacked off 1,000 different men. Oh, that's sure. I hope she did. I want this bitch to have the experience. I want her to know what she's doing. Did she have that feeling when she was getting the massage? Oh, I'm sorry. No, you can't massage me, masseuse. What if you did this with other women? No shit, bitch. This is my profession. Okay, prostitutes. When a nigga's buying a prostitute, oh, she must have did this with a lot of other men. Well, that bitch's experience. You know, even if a man talked himself out of buying a hooker, he not finna say she did it with many other women. They're just gonna say, "Oh, I can't afford it," or I might get caught. Ain't no telling how they think, or just be like pride. I'm like, I ain't doing it, But at least they honest with why they would decide not to do it. Stupid bitch. And when he had asked to have sex, it felt way too real. Oh my God, these bitches. Not that I should have been surprised, no shit, bitch, because that was your intentions. But the fantasy she put in quotations, the fantasy, became all too real. And I knew I couldn't handle it any more than what he had did to me. Bruh, what did I start this shit saying? Okay. What did I start the video talking about? That was just enough for her. Like I said, that was orgasm enough. I just couldn't handle it. She just didn't feel like she was in control. And it was just good enough. It don't take much to please a bitch, but look, if men know how little it took to please a bitch, then they would finesse bitches even better, And once again, you can finesse a bitch, but at the same time, you just one nigga. So if you do what I'm doing, I know my value. I don't even have to look at her. I'm not going to talk to her at all. But you just one dude. Just imagine if more dudes did it. Imagine if a room, let's say, of 12 dudes, and maybe like 50%. Maybe it got to be more than that though. Like damn near all of them decided to do that. She'll go insane. So anyway, she said, and then this basically proves you that bitches would prefer to imagine things. They don't want to be a disappointment and all that type of stuff. Bitches hate real to the point where that drives their motivation for giving you blue balls when they really want to fuck. Okay, I knew I couldn't handle any more than what he did to me. I knew his, and she put card in quotations, was really asking him to have sex with me. And I didn't want that. Almost 2 years later, the experience still excites me, but the guilt is gone. Which basically tells you bitches don't give a fuck about what they do. Okay, and that's why God, when it tells you how to punish unruly women in the Bible, there's a reason why it's so harsh. Okay, a chick will slit your throat and feel guilty for us if she does feel guilty. But life goes on. I'll be fine either way. That's how they talk. I had fun, and while I probably wouldn't do it again, I'm glad I have the memory. So that is robbery right there. This is why they bailed. This is why they disappeared. Like she stole from that nigga on so many. Like I'm telling you, man, because I know this. You know, this is shit that I go through, and I'm that nigga. This is what they do. When you that nigga, they will do you like that. You know, I'm not gonna I don't know if I'm. And then the fact that she gives a fuck about you being disappointed is just a bruise to her ego as well. But since this video getting long, I'm about to wrap it up. I'm telling you, man. It's just like somebody taking something you say and running with it. You be like, hold up. They don't understand shit you're saying at all. But let me just say what I thought he said. And then it just be drama. Like I said, bitch ass niggas act just like how women act. Well, how the average bitch act. Because we ain't finna. If women really respect dudes, they don't act like these hoes we talking about. At least not as bad. But yeah, man, this is this is why women they can just give you blue balls and sleep well at night. They got the memory. The memory is all that matters. The moment. But she will rob you of the moment. Talk about the moment. Well, the moment has passed. No, you got yours. I didn't get mine. Me telling you that you hiding all this type of stuff, that's good enough. Y'all don't know how I'm telling y'all. A compliment goes far. This is also another reason why you don't want to compliment a woman that will break sexual tension. Ugh. And she act like you had premature ejaculation when you compliment her. That's why I don't like being around dudes that's gonna compliment a bitch when I'm like, did you see me do it? But his thing is, I'm trying to get in good with her before you do it. I'm intimidated by your coolness, your swagger. Look at you. I'm finna compliment her first. So that shit'll fuck you up. That's why I highly recommend not to be around niggas when you trying to get some pussy. All right, don't be around them niggas. Okay, but the reality is, you complimenting her basically. Oh, now I know my orgasm. I mean, this chicks will have the orgasm, man, like you the one that premature ejaculated. That shit crazy. And this has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.